Today, we're making a song from scratch on the Synthstrom Deluge. Alright, welcome to another episode of Songs from Scratch. We haven't done this in quite some time. If you haven't watched one of these before, basically I'm just gonna build a song from scratch. Probably not a complete full song, but at the very least a good base from which to build a song later. And all of these eventually get made into full songs, so I'll link to the final version of the song at the end of this so that you can kind of see how it evolved past this little experiment. Yeah, that's about it. Today we're going to do it on the Deluge, so let's get started on the Deluge. Let's fire this bad boy up. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do today or how we're going to start this up. The last few songs that I've been doing, I've been starting with kind of like a drone or a texture or long pad, something like that. Something that just kind of creates an atmosphere and then creating a melody and building the song on top of that. And because of that, a lot of the times the drum patterns have been very minimal and in some cases barely there at all. So I think I'd like to start with drums or percussion today. So let's do this. Let's do something that's maybe a little more sample based. So we're gonna switch to a kit. I'm gonna push Shift Kit so that we have a new kit. And we're just gonna go down and I'm gonna try to find some samples. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do here is we'll look for some samples, maybe layer a couple in there and just kind of build a basic beat. Maybe later I'll sequence on top of that, but this is kind of establish the groove for the song list. We'll see if we can chop some things together and make something cool. What do you think, 85, 90? Let's try 90 BPM. Kind of cool. I think I kind of like this one. So I'm going to select it and now it's on the pad. First thing I'm going to do, since we set that to 90 BPM, I'm going to set this to 92. It doesn't mean I'll necessarily stick with that, but since the sample is 90, I'm going to start there, but I'm also going to go into the sample, and I'm in the sample mode. I'm going to set it to stretch. So basically what that's going to do, even though 90, it's not going to do anything right now because our tempo is the same as tempo as the sample. But if I change the tempo later, it'll adjust accordingly to whatever BPM I change it to. So let's make sure, I'm going to just double check and make sure that this sample is not 2. Okay, that's 1. So this is a 1 bar sample. Let's take a listen. Yeah. Roll the cut off a little bit. Yeah, so I just rolled off the low pass cut off a little bit on that for now. You know what, let's see if we can find another beat. I actually kind of like the first one. It's quite different. It's quite different from the other one. So it might just add an interesting something. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw that in there. I'm also going to set this one, so I have it selected with this. I'm also going to go in sample mode and I'm going to make sure that it's in stretch. Again, if I adjust the BPM later, I'll be able to speed it up or slow it down and it should be good. I think this one, yeah, this one's 2 bar. All right, so let's see what we got with just them straight up laid on top of each other. Let's see what they kind of sound like. That's pretty freaking cool. You're mostly just getting that ride playing that he's getting on there. Yeah, I like it. All right, I'm gonna just add some effects. Let's go to the cutoff. I'm just kind of crunching it up a little bit so it's a little crispier, adding a little bit crush and some noise. And I think we're going to want some reverb. Give it some room, you know? Doesn't need much. It's pretty good. I'm going to throw in some delay. Okay, and I'm just, that's the one sample. I'm gonna pan this one over a little bit. That way the ride's just kind of on my right ear a little bit. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Could try some different tempos. Let's slow it down a bit. Let's go to 85 or some 80. I'm just trying to find a nice tempo. Here's 90 is what normally, I mean, 90 was pretty good. Let's get a little bit more. I think a little faster is nicer. Let's try 96. Pretty good. Yeah. All right, I like where that's at. So I expect later I'll probably sequence a pattern on top of that as well. It'll mostly echo what's already there, but just that gives me a little more control of how much kick, how much snare, how much ride, all that kind of stuff I have. I'll just have a little more control. And plus, when you sequence them, what's really cool is sometimes you can drop the sampled ones and just play the sequence one, or vice versa, and it'll sound like kind of a breakdown, which is always a fun little trick to do. But you know, sequencing drums could take forever because just me picking the sounds will be long and boring. So let's try something else. I still don't know where I'm going with this. Why don't we, I'll pull up another kit track, another custom kit, because I'm gonna load a sample in. So I think what might be fun is maybe we could play with the community firmware a little bit. And Automation View is crazy. It just gives you access to visually to all the effects that you can write automation to, and you can literally use the grid to kind of write those, animate those automations in. It's pretty awesome, and it can give you, since it's such fine detailed on like a per step basis basically, or even more granular than that, you can come up with some really weird stuff. And I think what might be fun is to get like a, I don't know, just a single sound, sometimes like a single note on a pad. A lot of times I'll just make one and resample it and then use that as the basis, but I bet I got some found sounds or something like that that we might be able to see if we got like an arpeggio or a pad, or yeah, let's look at pads. Like this kind of stuff is always fun to mess with. It's obviously been sidechained because it's like pumping. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, let's try this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and stretch it again. I'm also gonna set the pitch and speed to be independent. Yeah, I want that to be independent because I want to try to keep it in C if we can. How long is that too? It might even be longer than that. Let's just double check. Some of these are, yeah, it's still going. 7, 8, I don't even know. Okay, it looks like it's 4. All right, fair enough. All right, we'll trim it up. 4 bar sample, cool. I'm gonna go to its tempo for just a second. Alright, let's go to community. So this is, I hit shift and clip when I'm in the clip, and this is automation view. So each one of these represents the different things that you can automate. And as you can see, there's a lot. And some of them, you know, these are over the hotkeys. So if you don't know what the hotkeys are, it's a good way to do that. One way that I like to do it is if you just twist the knob, boom. Now you can can automate stuff. This is the master level, so volume, so watch when I'm doing stuff like. So I'm almost side chaining it and doing weird stuff with it here. So here goes. See? So yeah, it's just changing the volume on those like per steps that I've kind of knocked out. This one already feels a little sidechained, so this isn't necessarily what I want to do, but what I can do is I can just click to the next one, and now we're at master pitch. That's a little weirder. Let's see what that does. So I'm just goofing around. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm seeing if we can make a weird pattern out of this. So that feels like it's in key. I'm actually going to go back to master volume on that one. And I'm just kind of turning it down in the same places that I have it. master pan. Yeah, little left-right action. Maybe not. I feel like that's something I can kind of automate or even turn off. Sometimes it's fun to mess with pan, but nah. So each one of these little strips is a different level of it. You can also use the knobs to turn them if you want a little more fine order detail, but who cares? Okay, now this is definitely going to be working. This is the LPF frequency. You can draw it like this. You can do whatever you like. Resonance, you might be able to get some weird stuff happening. Oh, it's creating some interesting stuff. Almost nothing going over on this side, so this is almost not even important. It's getting weird. I like it. And this is just going to be some weird texture, I think, that's going to be under here. I don't really know what Morph does. Let's find out. I don't really know what this does, this LPF Morph. Yeah, who cares then? If you don't know, who cares? Alright, what else we got? This is the high frequency one. Yeah, you can do the same thing we were just doing there. This is an EQ, treble, reverb amount. That might be fun, but let's do delay rate. really it's the delay amount. Yeah, this is what we want to play with. If you get over about halfway, it starts getting pretty wild. Yeah, if you get too much over about that far, it can get really out of control really fast. Trying to catch those little bumps, but sure, it's kind of weird. I don't care about sidechain. This could get weird. Forget about that high, that's pretty loud, it looks like. I like it. Doing just weird. Okay. Wave folder. I don't know. Let's see what it does. And remember, this was just like a pad. This was like a side changed pad playing C. And now we're getting all this texture out of it. And I don't even know where I'm gonna go with it yet. Oscillator level, I'm not messing with oscillators right now. So all I would do at this point, let's get out of here. Let's get out of clip view. So now we're back in just the regular track. You know what? I'm not going to be able to adjust that. Okay, because I played with the master level too much. Haha. So let's go to master level, and I'm just gonna. I want to bring it all down. Because it's automated, it's just I don't have any control over it. So I might have to clear automation on the master channel just so I can control the level a little better overall. But for now, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to, because the truth is, so all you do to that is you just hold shift, this, and delete. So the automation's been deleted on there. So I can just control the level overall. Because this is just a little piece of texture I want to go under the drums. It's kind of fun though. And that's pretty weird. Yeah, let's see if we can maybe make a bass to go with that. I'm gonna change the color of this just because I usually make my bass. Blue. So I'll make that color, and we'll go back to song, and I'm gonna make these kind of yellowish for drums. It'll help me kind of remember. I guess yellowish green. That's what it's gonna give me. Somewhere in there, sure. Boom. That just helps me. Okay, I'm gonna make this blue when I get to it. Sure, let's just start that. I don't have a key in mind yet. Let's go to A. Let's try A. Let's do minor. That one sounds weird. Yeah, let's see if we have another bass one. Yeah, my mood usually sounds good. Back to making a C, but I do want it to stay minor. Want to turn down that texture down just a little bit. like it, but it's kind of taken over just a little. Alright, yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's track that in. Let's just do it. And that should do it. It's only a 2-bar loop, huh? So we'll shave that off. Like that. Yeah, so far so good. Sure, I don't know where we're going with this, but yeah. Why don't we go into Boards of Deluge? And since Boards of Deluge 7 are new, let's start with them. And I'm just gonna go somewhere in the middle and say sure. Not quite right. Sometimes when you roll the dice, you just find cool sounds. I think that's it. Don't go low. Gotta figure out the right way to push them. That's pretty dope. Yeah, I'm just gonna track it in. I like it. Sure, and now let's just see where did I track it? There it is. I'm gonna leave it as being a little wonky. Okay, it's only 2 steps, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carry this note over to the first bar. So you won't hear that the first time it plays through, but after it loops it will. I wish it had a little more release. Feels like it's like dying really quick. I guess it's not. almost definitely going to double this with something else. But it's just weird enough, I like it. Yeah, so we pretty much definitely have to double that. First, I'm going to change these colors again because I'm starting to get enough tracks that I want to be able to distinguish between what I'm doing. Let's make this red or purple or something. Yeah, sure. That way I can just see a little better. Like, this is the bass. I'm going to put that up under the beat. That's that weird pad. That's the thing I just did. I want to double this sound, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to change the synth. Let's just find something that looks like a lead. Actually, let's go back. Let's go to, sure, 6, I don't know. Melody, I bet you have something that says lead, sure. And now what we can do is I can actually, it was originally a variant, but I could change it to this, and now they could both play at the same time. That's kind of cool. Ooh, we're getting voice dropping already. That was quick, huh? Doesn't like those two together. Hear the voices dropping. It's kind of fun. So what I'm gonna do, since these are obviously kind of killing it, I'm gonna go to the stock Deluge sounds and see if we have anything in there that might work better. pause. I like that actually. All right. I want a little more polyphony, so I believe that's under right here. Let's make it monophonic for now. And I'm gonna just up the portamento so it. Yeah, that's what I want. Yep. That's just gonna kind of fill out that other one that I have. Nice. Okay, maybe make it loud, I don't know. Like it. Now we need some kind of texture. I mean, this is kind of grooving already. That's a pretty good little groove right there. Pan this one over a little bit. Pan this one the other way. So this actually feels like a case where this one is not necessary. So that's the one. It's funny because this Boards of Deluge one is the one that gave me the idea, but I actually prefer the stock rich filter LFO lead sound that I've kind of manipulated a little bit. It's more the sound I had in mind, and I think this is almost not necessary. Like it might be cooler if a piano echoed this, like something plucky. Yeah, that's what I think it needs. It needs something more plucky. So this, oh geez, that was one of the delays I had going on this weird one. Let's make this one an even more different color. Let's make it like purple, so it really sticks out. There we go. Okay, I'm actually going to delete this. See, I'm not precious about anything. That was the one I made with the Boards of Deluge, but I prefer this sound that I have here. I want to double it with like a piano. So should be able to just keep it, I guess. And same thing. We're going to go in here, and I'm going to say load synth. And you know what? I think I'm going to go into the Rust Pack, or the Afterlife. Let's go Afterlife. This one's by Rephaser. He's got some pianos in here. And now I could change the color and we can play them at the same time because they're different. Let's solo this one. I'm going to solo this one for now just so I can dial the sound in. I want to up an octave for sure. Level, it's already really loud. I have a feeling these ones tend to come in really quiet, so I'm going to cut up the saturation. Maybe 4 for now, but let's try it when they're together. Go up another octave. Just made some chords here, playing that same thing the synth is playing. Now that the saturation's high enough, I can bring it down a little. It's kind of funky. I mean, I think that's pretty good for today. I'm feeling pretty good about this. This is a nice little loop we got going. So let's break it down. So we started with So yeah, let's just review what we did real quick, and we'll do a little playthrough. I hope you guys learned something. I hope this was helpful or fun, at least, sitting around and just watching me goof around, and maybe you picked something up, maybe it sparked something in you. A boy can dream. I'll do a little jam session and just kind of break down all the things that we did. Yeah, thanks for joining. Hit that subscribe if you like videos about the creative process. Thanks again. All right, let's check it out. So we started with the drums. Right, that's the two samples stacked on top of each other. And then we brought in this weird texture thing. It was just a C pad that was sidechained in a key of C, or in the note of C, really. It was just a C note on pad, and we messed it up in Automation View using the Community Firmware. We got this. Right, nice and weird. Then we made a bass. Then we came up with that kind of weird pattern using originally the Boards of Deluge patch, but then went back and used one of the stock synths, and then ultimately copied that and made it the piano. I actually prefer the piano, so I'm just going to drop the piano next. It's tasty. And then, maybe you could drop in that synth one at some point, something like this.